Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. I was having a problem with my 36 volt electric mower I built. The issue I was having was it felt like the clutch was like not going back all the way. It was actually under here where let me see if I get this a little bit closer. I'm on a tripod here. Let me see if I can try to lower this a little bit. All right, one more. See if that'll help out a little bit better. I'll be able to get you in a little bit closer. Show you what I did here. Anyway, the issue I was having was this this pedal right here, which was where the hell am I at here now? Oh no, I'm sorry, down here. This pedal. Wait, let me get to the right spot here. Yeah, there was like wire jammed in here and not letting. I guess the other pieces fell out and wasn't letting everything uh, release and let me get full power. Now I guess I would imagine it flies. Like I said, there was a piece of wire stuck in here, and it's hard to see, but I think that's what the problem was. Anyway, these are the mounting points I used for this mower. If you can see them, this had three mounting points. It was one here, one there, and then one right back there. If you can see that one. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure I made this bolt. I think I don't. It's been a while, but if you look back at one of my videos, uh, this was extended. This is a piece of I think this was 3/4 or 7/8 or something, and I extended this. I drilled and tapped on the other side of this for I think it was like I forget what bolt, but like I made this whole extension here. So, but this is the original pulley. So that was the only thing different I made. I think the shaft that came out, it only came out a little bit. So what I ended up doing was I got an adapter and I made up a piece. I think I corrected it. I think it was like one of these or something. I think I had one of these spacers and I cut one to take up for the slack that was inside here. So this goes all the way up against the motor. And then, um, yeah, no, like I said, this is the original pulley. This is basically pretty much where the original mounting was at too. The only thing I did was I think I drilled, I think the front bolt there, if you can see back in there, this one right here. Can you get to it there? So I can get to the cameras on the side here. Right in there. That one right there. Yeah. So it was three mounting points. So it was this one, and I made up just these stupid little plates. I think these holes were here actually. So that's why I made up these plates. And I think they're 6 millimeter um, threads. Allen keys. I'm not even sure now. It's been so long, but everything I left everything in the factory. As you can see, all the belts. It's still kind of noisy and stuff. When I'm the way I'm doing it this way. But as you can get an idea, this is from the side of the mower. Let's see if I can get this in a little better here. So there's the motor. That's the 36 volt motor. It has the three mounting points. One back here is two, and on the other side is the third one. Um, it's a brushed motor, 36 volt. As you can see, I have this thing like leaning. I have it standing up so I don't have to bend down. So I'm on my engine lift here. So this is why everything's tilted this way. If you look here, when it's sitting flat, the batteries actually just rest on top of the motor. This this tray right here was mounted to here, and what I did was I flipped it over, extended it, and made a little bracket on. If you see it right there, and that was able to hold the two batteries there. But I guess I should have used better for weight to put them in the back or something else. But yeah, so this is just basically this plate was just screwed onto the bracket I turned upside down, the gas bracket, and that's what's holding two batteries there. And then my third battery is just sitting right up there. But as you can see, that's the connections. That's the shank right there. The shunt. I'm sorry, shank. Whatever it is, but yeah, just a basic system. It's a brushed motor, so there's no controller. The contactor is back in there somewhere. If I get it back on the ground, probably be easier to show you. But just three 12-volt batteries, circuit breaker there. And I do have a gauge underneath here. So that shows me my, all the other things. I mean, I can start it up in here. It's no big deal. You can see it's loud. It's just a felt spot. And I actually forget when I used this last. I did the snow or something, and I haven't touched these batteries in a while, and they're still up there pretty good. I think they're all about 13 and a half volts, 13.2. Anyway, but yeah. So what I did was I was able to keep all the original factory stuff. So I just used the shifter. I still use the original clutch right there, which, like I said, was giving me problems. This is just a circuit breaker, 300 amp. Yeah, I think the only problem I really had with this was 1 year. I don't know which battery it was. One of these batteries was giving me a problem. It let off some smoke. And what happened was the BMS had smoked. It was like a really, really hot day out. It was like 110 degrees, and the circuit breaker kept blowing. And I was like, all right, let me let it sit for, it was very hot. Let it sit for 15, 20 minutes and, gave it a shot again. And next thing I know, I smoked one of the BMS. I think it was in this one. Excuse me. I'm not really sure which one, but they're all working fine now. Like I said, I use it in the summer and the winter. And I plan on building my second one with another mower somebody gave me. But I'm going to go with the brushless motor. That's going to be the Mode Energy. The allergies here. Right. So yeah. So anyway, that's the motor right there. Nothing crazy. Like I said, I did a basic system. Just these holes were probably already here. I used them with some plates. This is a big solid motor. It's brushed. And like I said, I think it had a 3/4 inch shaft on it. And if I remember correctly, this is a 1 inch shaft. So what I think I actually did, like I said, I should take it apart, but I know if I go taking it apart, I mess up. But I'm pretty sure I drilled and tapped on the center of this on the other side of it, and I made my, it was either an M6 or whatever bolt it was. So this is just an adapter. It's not this thread going all the way through. It only goes up to about, I'd say, to about the mark. But yeah, I actually used the other key too inside there, so it lined up with this piece right here. Get you in there with this key right here. And but yeah, it worked out really well. It's nothing crazy. Like I said, it's still noisy because I'm using the factory. All this stuff makes so much noise. And I wish there was a way I could fix it other than just running the motor straight. But this is simple. I'll see what happens on my second one I build. See how that one works out. But that's pretty much it. That's my Craftsman 42-inch 36-volt electric mower. Oh, and the only thing I did was I took apart the key and I just made 2 connections and I used it through a relay to jump it to just turn it on. So, but yeah, it works out pretty good. 4-gauge wire I used, 4-gauge. I guess I could have gone down to 2-gauge but like I said, trust me, this is plenty. This draws, I think at the most under load with the blades going, I think it draws like maybe 60 amps. I think it's about 60, 65 amps at that first burst. After that, it brings it back down to like 25 or 30 amps just running and cutting the grass. And like I said, this will go about 10 miles with these. These are 100 amp hour batteries. I know it's way overkill, but this was the first time I was building one. So like I said, the only mistake I made was going with 3 separate 12-volt batteries. I should have went with one 36-volt, but I didn't know how these batteries worked at the time. I was still new to this. And, in fact, I made the mistake with one of these because when I first got them, I think one was like dead. one was full and whatever it was, and I just hooked them together and just thought no big deal, and it just discharged that fast and it blew one BMS. So I didn't realize. I called the company up and I said there was a problem. I sent them things. They sent me another battery. So I ended up figuring out that it was the BMS. So I put a new BMS in, and I have an extra battery I'm running for my solar now. So, but it ended up getting an extra battery. Whatever. But yeah, everything else stayed the same. Everything's factory. Nothing got moved. Nothing was changed. Really wasn't that dirty, to be honest with you. I didn't clean anything up. This is just whatever this was. But yeah, so just trying to get more of a close up on people were asking about the pulley part. But that's all it really is. And I did this about, I guess it's getting close to 2 years now. And it's still working great, so I couldn't be happier. So let me get you back a little farther. Yeah, I'm all jammed up in here. It's wintertime. I got my backhoe in here, my excavator. I got no room. This thing I made 24 volts too, which it worked out really well. Right there, 24 volts. I mean, yeah, 24 volts. I only put they're only 20 amp hour batteries, I think, and I actually have another ones down there. So I think this was like 40 amp hours or something, but I don't know if it says it. But yeah, this worked out really good too. Just a little scooter motor. I have other videos on this one. I didn't get a chance to use this yet because it's been so cold, and I got my hip replaced, and then I couldn't do anything. So I'm waiting for the summer to come so I can start doing some other projects. So anyway, thanks for watching YouTube, and I will see you on the next video. Take care. Hope everyone is safe and well and doing good. See you on the next video. Take care.